everyone, it's Haysie Simmer, and today we are back in my Extreme Ultimate Decade Challenge save file. I hope everything is safe. I am making lots of copies of the save file to make sure everything is fine. But if you can't tell, I've hooked up my new camera and I'm really excited to share that with you guys. If you see me look over here, I'm looking at my recording screen and making sure I don't mute myself or stop recording because I do that occasionally. And right here is my gaming screen. But guys, I have missed my Ultimate Decade Challenge so much, so I'm super excited to get back into it today. We're going to start the year 1311. I'm not going to do the whole year in today's episode because this is my first time playing since 4 Rank came out, and I really just want to make sure we don't get too far just in case I lose anything. So I just want to be safe than sorry. But if you haven't seen what happened, you can either go watch my playlist for the first 10, 11 years because I do start a year early, or you could watch my summary, my recap for years 1299 to the year 1310. It is a pretty dramatic series, so I did my best to recap that. But if you want to, you can go back and watch my recap video, and it's just a slideshow and a highlight of what happened in our first decade. So let me just adjust this. So I'm going to hit So I'm going to recover just to make a. Why is that a trash can? All right, let's hope it works, guys. All right, it looks like I already have my first mistake because everybody is bald. So let me just check my CC folder. All right, guys, so I think everything is like, oh, first off, why is Grim here? But everything's looking smooth. I am having a weird UI glitch, and I thought it was the UI mod, so I took it out. Still having a weird UI glitch. We'll see how long that continues. But I'm gonna try my best not to stress about it. I did load the save file without some of my CCs, so they're like missing eyelashes and stuff like that. Not a big detail. So we'll get into it. But the year, it is Monday. Let me get out my calendar. So it is literally 1 hour away from the year 1311. So we're gonna send Tamara home. I don't know why she's cheering for us. Oh my gosh. You guys, look at how long that took to load. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. I wish I had my UI mod in because I would get rid of a lot of these happy things. She's supposed to be upset. They just lost their son, Caesar. So we're going to have to ignore their moodlets and just go with the storytelling on this one because I do not have the UI mod in. Okay, guys? All right, so we're going to take care of our kids. It looks like they're missing. Oh, wait, they're not missing hair because they're newborns. Dad, don't feed them. They can't take a bottle. Oh, it looks like Emma Brewer had a child with her husband, and they named him Waldemar Brewer. I can't say that. I'm just uncultured. I cannot say that. Okay, Mama, we got to come feed the babies. So we do not know if the babies age up into infants, which is a very scary thing to think about. See, this is my UI glitch, guys, and it said all my mods were up to date. Obviously, this is a mod issue. I was not having this issue in any other save except for my medieval files, but it's not UI because I don't have the UI mod. So I think I'm going to have to do some testing later, but as long as the save file is running, that's fine. I'm not going to stress about it, but I am like, ooh, I'm having a little panic. Also, my UI is like taking a long time to load, but that's okay. Like we'll do what we can, you know? Okay, let's just go to sleep. Everybody go to sleep. Uh-oh, Dad, are you glitched? No, okay, good. Can we tuck in our kids and just have some lovely moments? Why can't Mom come feed the baby? Because you're in the way. Oh, because the toddler is stinky. Can you just give her a bubble bath and we'll deal with it later? Yeah, tuck him in. Unfortunately, Mom's got some things to take care of. You know what? Let's just tuck her in. Let's just tuck her in. She can get a bath in the morning. Can she be tucked in? Okay. Okay, so that we're feeding Edard. And then we need to clean up. Oh, like Jacob might die. Having some real issues there, Jacob. Let's wash our hands and brush our teeth and go to sleep. Oh no, we're bald. Okay. Like this save file isn't 100% perfect. I'll have to go into CAS and fix that. But I'm gonna get everybody to yeah, I'm gonna get everybody to the morning time before I go into CAS. Actually, we'll wait and see until they age up. So if they're bald, guys, please ignore it. All right, Mom, it's time to get your bald self up. I wonder if I could use MCC to fix this. Let's change it to the one where she has hair. Okay, yay, we fixed her hair. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, Halia, let's get going. Let's take care of baby Davos. Let's take care of his needs. Oh no, don't bottle feed him. We need to set our preferences. Okay, let's take care of his needs. Oh wait, he doesn't have any need issues. Oh, you're dirty now. All right, it's officially 1311, guys. I'm so excited. We're in the next decade. All right. Oh, our first death rolls are going to be for baby Edard and Davos, and I'm so nervous. All right. So Duchess had a baby with Duke Charles, and they named it Elliot. That's a great name. Awesome. I don't know if it's what it is, but that's fine. Right now my save file is so small. I don't mind getting delivery notifications, but in the future that could be an issue. Mom definitely needs some sleep. Oh, I thought I fixed her hair. I hit copy to all outfits. Ugh. Why does this happen? Oh look, he's dreaming of the Sword of the Stone. Francis. Ooh, but that's supposed maybe it's like the prophecy is coming through our bloodline, and maybe look, Francis is dreaming of treasure map. Oh my god, Francis dreaming of adventure. Making a note. Okay, we got crying babies, but I'm actually gonna open up my notes and make a note. All right, I made a note. Francis was dreaming of adventure because I really like want the story to help tell itself. You know what I mean? I need some prompts, like writing prompts, essentially. Okay, Mom, we got to take care of babies again. I mean, that's normal. I'm a mom. I have 2 kids, and basically every 2.5 hours you have to do something to newborns, or at least I did. I didn't have babies that slept through the night, unfortunately, and that's okay. Frederick's thinking of the future. Oh, guys, I'm so happy to be back into the save file. I noticed I had lost like 5 or 6 followers, and I'm like, I wonder if it's because I've been complaining about my game being broken, but it was, and I was so disheartened because I wanted to communicate clearly with you guys because I don't want to lose the motivation I have for this challenge, and I want to stay with those of you guys who are talking to me about the community. In the community talking to me about this challenge and stuff because it means so much to me that you guys are enjoying it. And it's like talking to your best friends about something that makes you happy. It just makes me so happy to share that with you guys. And I don't want you guys to think I had just abandoned it because I didn't. It's just, I don't want to ruin my save file. All right, Halia, the kids are getting hungry. Oh, poor Halia has to take care of herself. Okay, Halia, go to the restroom and then we're going to have to make breakfast. Oh, so happy to be back in this. We're going to make some pottage. Party size because our family's a family of 8 now. Yeah, he definitely has to make sure Francis is going to really be okay, but it is the new year. We need to wake up and we have to do our harvest. Our rules have changed. So, guys, I did tell you guys I was going to update my rules. Instead of doing a whole video where I talk to you guys what I'm changing about my rules, I'm just going to quickly tell you now. Changing our seasons to 2 weeks. We will do 1 harvest a week on Saturdays. They will be going to church every Sunday, or at least going to the rabbit hole to worship the Watcher. Just because that's, it's more immersion for our role play. We are going to be adding an event to our timeline in the year 1313. We are having a plague that will last us a year and a half. So it'll go into 1314. And I will get into that closer to the year and I'll let you know how that's going. So that is a different thing that's not on the normal Ultimate Decade Challenge. But as you guys know, I'm doing an Extreme Edition, which is more fantasy based. So we are having a plague coming up in this decade, as well as we are doing the crops that the chart says for each season now. And after the blight, the crop blight, after the Great Famine of 1315 to 1317, we're going to start rolling for what type of crop we have. Right now, we live in a bug zone. So that's the only challenge we have. But in the future, we're going to be doing like, do we have poor crops? Do we have a blighted crop? So we'll do that. If you guys know anything about this challenge, we'll start that after the Great Famine. But right now, we know we're on good soil. This is freshly granted land that's very nutrients based. So we already know our farm is successful in that. I just made it a bug zone because it used to be a forest. So for role playing, it made the most sense. But after the Great Famine, we will be adding those rules back in, as well as I've changed some other things, but as we get there, I'll let you know because I'm trying to think on the top of my head. So I'm going to have Jacob take the boys out here, and they're going to go here together, and they're all going to take care of different things. He is going to harvest all, and then I will, or we're still in the spring. What's the calendar look like? So I'm going to have to adjust the calendar for the harvest. Yeah, so I'm going to have to adjust the calendar right now, but we do have 2 weeks of spring. So I'm going to change our crops to the spring crops that were time appropriate. Once he harvests these, I will let us have them. And then, which I know I said we'll harvest on Saturdays, but starting this decade, starting after this first day. So we're going to harvest this, and then we're going to do all that. And I'll have the boys come out here and help take care of the animals. Francis, you got to wake up, bud. And then we will have you collect the eggs and talk to the chickens. So Halia is in here setting a good example for our little daughter Gwendolyn. I'm so happy that we have a daughter. I know it isn't required, but you know, it makes me happy. And the boys can have a serving once they finish their morning chores. So it is the twins' birthday, Edard and Davos. It's their birthday, but I will wait to roll for after lunch so we can have like get our needs taken care of, and then we'll roll for them. All right, so it's gonna be time now to do Edard and Davos's death rolls. Edard was first. This is the first time I've done death rolls in a while. So we're gonna have to get out our D20. Okay, just to remind ourselves. Aging up to an infant, we could not get a 12, 16, or 18. This is for baby Edard, which I believe this is Edard. Yes. 12, 16, 18. Oh, good. Edard ages up. Okay. Here is for Davos. Oh, oh my God, guys. We lose another baby. Okay. Let me put it in the chart. All right. Time to say goodbye. Oh, I might have to turn off adoption because they're not supposed to still be in the world. I did not know that was happening. So our kids that our infants we may have lost might be in the world. So if I see them anywhere I'm gonna have to remove them. Maybe I should have aged them up first, and then I might start doing that with infants is start aging them up. I mean, for babies, I might age them up to an infant and then remove them. So that way we get a tombstone for them, as well as like MCC won't adopt them out. So I'll have to do that in the future, but I'll have to see if they're in the world anywhere later. This is a tiny save file because I was playing in a blank save, so it shouldn't be too hard to find anyone who's there. So we can age him up now. And everybody is sad now because they lost another baby. Well, and I say that and he gets happy, but we'll have to ignore that again. Okay, so I need to see what crops we're allowed to. So we can have carrots, mushrooms, parsley, bluebells, daisies, roses, tulips, birds. We're not going to do any flowers. Green peas, taro root, valerian root. So carrots, mushrooms, parsley, basically. We have green peas, good. We have carrots, mushrooms. Oh, well, we were already fine for spring. How about that? We were already following the rules anyways, but I do know at one point I was growing extra things. Okay, so Edard ages up to be cautious. I would too. Oh, he's a little redhead too. All right, let's go into Cass. Actually, let me save. Because I can already tell things are broken in the save file. So let's just be safe and save, right? All right, guys, here's baby Edard. I'm so happy he made it. Okay, so I just wanted to check, and it does still register them as soulmates, even though like I had to update my mods and stuff. I wasn't sure if that would go away. So we are in the Godwin Tavern. This is Calvin Godwin, who in the last episode of the Ultimate Decades year 1310 confronted Tamara about the debt Jedediah had and how he left the property to Calvin as payment for the debt, and then the house was burnt down. And during that time, they registered as soulmates. So we decided that in my universe, my Simverse, in the Kingdom of Avalon, where magic is very prominent, soulmate magic is the ultimate magic. It's sort of like love's, true love's first kiss kind of vibes. Um, so when you get that trigger that you're soulmates, I'm not really sure how that would translate for them to know. Maybe it's like a sense you both immediately know once you've spent enough time around each other. That is considered the dream fairy tale magic in this realm. So Calvin is going to sit down and talk to his wife Euphema, I think is how you it's her name, Euphema, and they're going to have a conversation. Now, I do want to say that I've come up with a backstory for Euphema and Calvin, and Calvin married Euphema after his brother died. Euphema was Calvin's brother's betrothed. So that is their background, just so you guys know. And Calvin was the second oldest brother. He was never meant to inherit the tavern. But since his brother passed away, he inherited the tavern. He inherited the tavern, so oh, and he chose to honor his brother by marrying his betrothed. So they do have romance, and they have a stronger friendship, you know, more than the average couple at this time. But Calvin is going, you know, I think with their friendship is pure honesty. So I'm gonna have him tell a folk tale. Essentially, what that's gonna mean is he's telling her, I experienced, you know, the ultimate magic of our land, and I found my soulmate, and it's Tamara, you know, and he's gonna tell her about that, as well as they're going to talk about. So they're gonna talk about their oldest son, because their oldest son is not Calvin's. Euphema was pregnant. That is why Calvin chose to marry her, because his brother passed away and he didn't want to shame Euphema. So they got married. So I'm going to have them talk, and we're going to, you know, so he is telling her, you know, I didn't plan for this to happen. Clearly, this happened with the wrong person, because, you know, we have issues with Tamara's husband, Jedediah, and he's fled the country. We don't know where he is. She never petitioned for divorce, so she's not even, you know, a viable person. And I'm married to you, and we have this, you know, business. We have a lovely marriage. And, but his heart, ever since he realized that they were soulmates, he's been dreaming of Tamara. Like, true love, the soulmate thing is consuming the magic in this realm. So he's just telling her, like, all I can think about is Tamara. All I want is Tamara, and I love you, but I don't know what to do. And she's like, wow, like, what a situation that you're in. But you've done right by me and by our son Henry by marrying me and claiming Henry as your own, even though he was your brother's, which his brother's name was Henry, and they named the son after Henry in honor of his brother who passed away. And Euphema is like really listening to Calvin, and Euphema's listening to Calvin, and she's just like really understanding. And she's gonna ask. So Euphema is going to look at how she looks at Calvin. You know, she loves him and she wants what's best for him, but her true love was his brother. So, I mean, I don't know if they were soulmates, but they definitely loved each other. So she is offering to grant him a divorce that is mutual. But Calvin's like, I can't really do that because Tamara's still pregnant, like Tamara's still married to Jedediah, and Jedediah is nowhere to be found. So their divorce could never be granted anyways if he's not here. As well as, he's going to tell her, like, I wouldn't abandon you. I wouldn't, abandon our children, because they do have 2 children together. Now we know Henry is not his biological child, but everybody believes Henry is his biological child. And they have Naomi and they have Jenny. So, he really does love his family, and he loves, they have a great friendship. Euphema and him are best friends. And he's letting her know, like, they're even, well, I don't like that they're having this conversation with their kids. So Euphema is telling him, like, I want you to be happy. You've taken care of more than you needed to after your brother died. And Calvin is like, I don't even know if any of this is an option for me. I don't know what my future looks like. All I know is, like, ever since I recognized that Tamara was my soulmate, my life has just been different over the last couple of months. And she's just letting him know, like, if it's meant to be, a way will present itself, and I will be there to support you in your happiness. And he is letting her know that he is going to come up with a plan to make sure she is taken care of with finances and business, as he would never abandon them. And even if they do get divorced, they would have a great friendship and a great co-parenting situation. And like I said before, the king will grant divorces if they're like both mutual parties and they have to pay a fee. Agree, he will grant them. Not that it happens very often that people even petition for divorce. And they will also listen to petitions if it's just one-sided, and the king at that point will decide yes or no, but they still have to pay a fee. But their divorce would be granted as long as, like, the priest approves, they approve, and the king approves. They could get divorced. But again, we don't know if this is what Tamara even wants. After being cheated on by Jedediah, she may never want to get married again, and that's something Calvin's considered. Like, after the last 3 or 2 years that has been public with what Jedediah did to Tamara, he knows that, like, romancing Tamara, even if they are soulmates, she's a tough cookie, so he knows, like, that might not even be an option. But Euphema seems to be a hopeless romantic, so I think she's supporting him in his decisions. Whichever way it goes, she's just letting him know that she would love to see him happy because he's done so much for her. So that is where we're going to leave the Godwin family. All right, guys, so that's going to be the first episode of the year 1311. I'm definitely going to have to do it in 2 parts, but it seems like my save is pretty much okay. So I'm going to continue to play in this, and we are going to have the Extreme Ultimate Decade Challenge back on my channel, which I'm so excited about. So I'm looking to do 2 to 3 episodes a week. If you guys are just wondering what my goal is, that's where it is. Hopefully at least 2, but this is my favorite game to play, this version of with the Ultimate Decades. So I will be in this save the most. I would like to do Crybaby once to twice a week, at least once. In the progressive era, the same, once or twice. So that is what we have to look forward to. Hopefully I can be on a regular schedule. I am doing a mini series for the winter holidays that is going to be posted during the 12 days of Yule. So from December 20th to January 1st, I'm doing a teeny mini cozy series, very short episodes, but that shouldn't interfere with what I'm doing here. Anyways, if you guys have any questions below, please let me if you guys have any questions for me, let me know below. Please consider liking and subscribing, giving me a comment. That really helps me grow and boost this channel. And that's something I've become really passionate about because you guys have been connecting with me, and it means a lot to me. So my goal right now is to reach 200 subscribers by the new year. And if you like, share, subscribe, comment, that helps me reach my goal. And it would mean a lot to me. I will do my best to stop being long-winded, but that's just my personality. And yeah, thank you guys for the support. And I'm going to stop rambling. Bye. See you in the next video.